everybody, welcome to Keto Cooking with Wendy. Hey you guys, it is fall, it's pumpkin spice time, so you guys, my kids are coming, I'm having company this weekend, and I want to make, in my head, I made it, and it sounds like it's going to work. So this could be a pass or fail. This is a crazy experiment in the kitchen with Wendy day. Yes it is, because you guys, I am going to make a pumpkin spice cake with cream cheese butter frosting and using the Lily's pumpkin spice chips in the frosting. But I'm gonna add something a little bit different, and I'll explain as we go along. Now, I've been watching several different channels, and I was reminded, because if you ever watch any of my other channels, my Loving It on Keto with Wendy channel or this channel, I always brown my butter for my eggs. I love browned butter. Well, I was watching Judy from Keto Naturopath, and she made carnivore caramel out of browned butter. And then I was watching Neely, and she made bread adding butter, and she did it in a unique way. So I thought, my little brain just went going, and I thought, I am going to brown some butter. I'm going to freeze it. I'm going to grind it up like Neely did for her bread, and I'm going to make a cake out of it. And isn't that caramelized brown butter going to taste delicious in cake? I think so. But you guys, let's get started and let's see if it works. Anyway, so I have unsalted butter here. And this is a half a cup. I'm not gonna use a half a cup. I'm gonna use a quarter of a cup. Neely used, I think, a half a cup in her bread, in her egg white protein bread. And I'm thinking for this particular cake, I'm gonna use half, because it's gonna have cream cheese butter frosting. But I want my cake to be lighter, fluffier, you know? And I'm thinking this will work and do the trick. Is exactly what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to take my butter and we're going to brown it. You know what? I'm going to brown the whole thing, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to use the rest of the brown butter in my frosting. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah. Just thought of that.
It's a good idea.
I just thought of that. So might as well do the whole thing. Right? It's a full cube. Half is going to go into my cake. It's a full cube or 1/2 cup. This is the small cubes. And we're gonna brown the butter. And if you ever watch me cook my eggs, I brown butter. So let me put this aside. And Harry, focus on the butter. You wanna brown it, you do not wanna burn it. And the trick is you wanna get it started and you wanna heat it. You wanna get it melted down. And then what continuing to cook does is it cooks off the fats, the butter fats, the hard pieces that are in there. So it'll go through several phases. It'll start bubbling and sizzling. It'll foam up as all these things get cooked. And then it will slow down, and as it slows down and the foaming stops, you will start seeing the color and the fragrance. It will become fragrant, and you will see the brownness start. And when you get the brown butter, then you just turn it off, and you're caramelizing brown butter. After all, you guys, caramel is made from heavy cream and sugar. You cook the cream until it's caramelized and the sugar gets gooey, so your butter is made from cream. So in essence, you're doing the exact same thing. There's enough butter fats in here that help that along. So I am really excited about this dish, because in my head, that caramelized caramel in the pumpkin, ooh, that sounds like deliciousness heaven to me. And the smell will change. It will smell like kettle corn, popcorn. It will get a caramely, rich, divine smell. I have my oven on, my burner on 6. So it's just 1 tick above medium, because I want to cook off all the butter fats, and I want to caramelize it. I don't want to burn it, and be careful because it does spit when it's popping the bubbles. See how the foam is going away? The bubbles are stopping a little bit. Now it's starting to brown, and you can smell that it's starting to brown.
Theater popcorn to me.
And caramel candy.
Yeah.
Caramel popcorn. Because you are cooking, the brown is all of the lactose in the butter. There you go. See the brown, you guys? Look at the brown. There you go. There's the brown. Look at that. And smell it. It's a rich caramel butter smell. Oh, that's the smell you smell at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
When they're popping the caramel corn. You pour it into a heat-proof, like a Pyrex pan, because that's all the butter particles separated from the ghee, which is the oil part, the butter fats. Look at my pan, you guys. I love this little pan. Now, I'm going to let it cool. So this is the two-step process. So you might want to do your butter the night before because you want to let this cool on the counter. Then you want to put it in the freezer. And you want your butter to be stiff because we're going to grind a 1/4 cup of butter to add it to our cake mix batter. So you guys, that is step 1. And come back for the next process. I'm cutting my butter in half, trying to get it out of the butter thing. There you go. Where do you put it at? Up
Right
on the
top?
top? So there is my browned butter.
Okay.
Half of it. And Harry's going to grind it, and it's going to go back into the freezer as soon as he grinds it. Yes, it is. So go ahead and grind that, Harry. Put this all back.
I need to put some water on this thing. Moving on me.
Look at all that beautiful brown butter. Oh my gosh. Awesome. You want to use the knife to get it all out of there? Take that out.
You're looking in the thing to see where it's looking?
Mm-hmm.
Is it right in the middle like it's supposed to be?
It's fine.
Good.
Okay, good. Harry used our cheese grinder to grind the butter, and I'm putting it back on the refrigerator because I want it super cold according to Neely when she used it in her bread the other day. So I'm going to put this in and put it in my freezer. I got to find a hole for it. That's the issue.
Right on top of the meat, really, is about all you got.
Well, the meat can come out for just a few minutes, but it needs to be out. So putting it in, we'll come back and get it. Okay, you guys. Now I'm going to make my cake recipe. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So let me get some utensils out. Oh, let me go get my apron on. I took my apron off. Let me go get my apron on, Marty. Okay, you guys, I've got 1.5 cups of water. It's pouring right into my mixing bowl. This is a new recipe for me in my head. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of gelatin in on top of the water. Just gonna sprinkle it in there. Just a level tablespoon, just sprinkle it in on top of the water. That way it gets to bloom a little bit. Because I'm using ketochow and it does have salt in it, I am not going to use salt. I am going to use 1 teaspoon of, just 1 level teaspoon of cream of tartar. Cream of tartar. Like that. I am going to use a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon allulose. That's all you need for this. In here, 1 tablespoon allulose. You sprinkle that around. I am going to use I'm gonna go ahead and start this. We're gonna, where's my scale? I forgot to put where's the scale, Harry?
I guess it's over there.
Almost forgot the egg white protein powder. Yes, indeed. Use 120 grams. I'm reversing the process. Another Neely trick. There we go. 120 grams of egg white protein powder. I'm gonna put this on low. Can you hear me talking on low?
Yeah.
Let me get a bowl. While that is whipping slowly, I'm going to put a cup of erythritol, not granulated, confectioner style. That. 2 tablespoons of egg yolk. Teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. One scoop of pumpkin spice caramel ketochow. If you don't have ketochow, use 1 serving of your vanilla or plain protein powder. I'm going to turn this on to high and spin it till I have stiff peaks. Turn it down to low, and put your powdered goods in. Messy. It's really whipped up high.
Yeah. There's one in the back that's not mixing.
I know, it's not. I see it. The minute you put your fats in, the batter starts to fall a little bit, but I want to get this in just a second here because I want to mix all this powdered stuff in real quick because it's a lot of powder and I want to make sure it's in before I add my butter in. Yeah, my counter's getting it. My counter's getting it.
It's wiped out, man.
It's getting wiped out.
Powdered out.
Okay, now I'm gonna put it back up and put it on low. I'm gonna get my butter out. The minute you add your butter, you're gonna start having it go down and deflate. So I want to add look at that. Browned butter, you guys, browned butter.
Now.
I want to turn it on high for about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I see. I see that. But I'm going to fold that all in. So, I'm going to take it off. Pop it out. Pop off my mixer.
Yeah, this mixer doesn't rise.
I know.
Rise up.
I forget which one I'm using.
I know.
Because each one is different.
Look at my lens.
This is pretty messy.
Yeah, look at my lens. Look at that. My lens is covered with it.
Powder.
Yeah.
Wow, this cake mix actually is staying pretty high. Excuse me, let me get this in the sink.
I gotta clean this lens off.
Excuse me. You guys, you want to get down to the bottom, make sure everything on the bottom is mixed. It's a beige color, so you just want to make sure there's no white stripes. And I may be able to get 2 cakes out of the deal because it's really raised it really nice and high. It really did. Look at this. I think I'm going to get 2 cakes. I like having cake with frosting. I love frosting. That's my favorite part of the cake. And I've got a to die for cream cheese frosting. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, too bright. Thank you. Sun's out.
Sun is out. This needs to be whipped a little bit. Cake may or may not all fit well on this cookie sheet. Where's my old cookie sheet? My one I love the most. I may have to trade it out real quick, but let me see. Because I love a layered cake. The best. And you guys, this really whipped up very nice. I traded out pan, you guys.
Yeah.
Harry had to pull down his little blind thing that he uses over my window.
Squim.
This is not going to be shaped right. This is pan.
Wendy's been around this business for 30 years and she still doesn't know the names of
Well,
stuff.
I'm concentrating on getting my cake in the oven, not on your squim,
Ah, she got it.
Mr. Gaffer. Okay, there we go. Now, this is going to be a little oblong-ish. Let me see if I can get this. It's just not going to fit. Okay, you guys, it's going to be a little oblong, but we can fix that with frosting. It's going in the oven. I'm going to cook it for 20 minutes and test it. 25. Man, does that taste good. Woo-hoo.
Does it? Does it? I haven't had a taste.
I want you to taste it. Wow, man. That brown butter. Oh, yeah. You guys, let's give Harry a little taste test. Go over here, honey. Lick the spoon.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That brown
it's,
butter. Caramel.
Yeah.
That brown butter is just like caramel.
Ooh, that's really good.
Okay, you guys, come back when it's cake. We're gonna, at 25 minutes, I'm gonna test it with a toothpick. If it's ready, I'll bring it out. If it's not, I will continue to bake it. I will let you know when we come out what the final bake time was at 325 degrees. So stay tuned. I'm excited. Are you? You guys, 30 minutes is what it took. I tested it at 25. There's a little teeny bit and pieces of the cake batter on my toothpick. So I put them back in the oven. So I'm bringing them out to share how to do the toothpick taste. I'm bringing the cake out and I'll show you how to do the toothpick test yourselves if you guys are unaware of how to do that. So let me get them. Oh, and these smell heavenly. Absolutely heavenly they smell. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be a little crooked. They're not gonna be perfectly cylindrical, but I'm gonna move them over. Let them just relax a little bit. Yes, I am. I need a wider cookie sheet. This is the widest one I have. Don't make fun of my bad cookie sheet. I've had it since the 1970s. My mom had it before then. Okay, so here's what you do. You get a toothpick. That's why it's called the toothpick test. When you are baking, you take the toothpick. Come on over here. You put it straight down in your product, you pull it out, And if it's clean, it's done. I'm gonna do this one. If it's got like gooiness or wetness, you feel the toothpick, it's done. And that's the toothpick test. Anyway, you guys, we are gonna let these cool off. They'll shrink a little bit away from the silicone, and I'll come back and check them in a few minutes. When they get cool enough to remove, I'll remove them and put them on this cookie sheet. My mind just went blank, folks. I'm gonna put them on this. Yes, I am. And let them cool off, and then we'll make the frosting, because this frosting is delicious. And I think everybody will love it. So let's come back when the cake is cool and I make my frosting. Yes, indeed. Okay, you guys, these have cooled off. I take just, you can use like a butter knife, go around your pan. They kind of shrink away from the sides, which is nice. So I take it and I just, gradually pull it off from
there you go.
the cake. And there we go. Let me go to the next one. It may be just a teeny off circle because, and I do not spray my silicone. I have noticed that if you spray silicone, sometimes your cake does not rise correctly. You can feel it.
Like dents in.
Yeah, it does. So I've got a few air holes in that. That's fine, because we're going to cover these with frosting. Man, ooh, that's nice, light and airy. So we're going to let these continue to cool down. And we are going to come back, and I am going to make my butter cream cheese frosting for these. And it is going to be absolutely heavenly. So you guys stay tuned in the next segment while I get everything ready to go. While my cake is cooling off completely, I'm going to make cream cheese frosting. Now, we cooked a whole cube, right? Or 8 tablespoons of butter. So we saved half of that, which was 1/4 cup, and put that in the actual batter. We put aside the other 1/4 cup to go in our frosting, you guys. So we're going to add this to our frosting. I have got 12 ounces of softened Philadelphia cream cheese here. I'm going to put that right in here. I have got 6 ounces of Kerrygold salted butter because I like salt in my frosting. I don't add additional salt, but I like the salty butter. If you want more creamy sweetness, you can use the unsweetened butter. It's up to you. But I think for pumpkin spice caramel cake, you got to have a little bit of salt. So I'm taking this. This is my salted butter that we made at the beginning of this very film. This is the other half of it that I saved, and I just left it out on the counter because I need this butter softened, but I needed the other 1/4 cup frozen in order to add it to the actual cake. I'm really excited because this stuff tastes delicious. It really does. Now let me put these over here to the side. I'm going to add a teaspoon of homemade delicious vanilla extract that was a gift. It took 18 months in the making. Thank you so much. I'm going to put a teaspoon in here. Yes, indeed. I am. I am going to put a teaspoon of English toffee. Stevia. You can use stevia, monk fruit blend. You can use regular unflavored monk fruit stevia blend, and then use a caramel Granberry Farms flavor, but I'm going to put a teaspoon in it. I think stevia offsets the coolness of the erythritol that we're going to be putting in a little bit here. So I've just got that. And let me start beating this. I want to beat this up and whip it up nice and pretty. that is whipped up, I'm going to put my half cup confectioner sugar in here. And 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin spice.
Chips.
No, pumpkin spice seasoning.
Oh.
You're getting ahead. Now, I just have a little bit of water I'm going to put in this bowl because I want mine just to have a little bit of water in it. And I just put about 1/4 cup in my little dish and just splash some in. I don't overuse water. I just want to thin it out to the consistency I want it as I am doing this. Excuse me. Gotta stir it. Knock it off. Stir it. That feels pretty good. And you guys, I forgot to get orange frosting. I wanted orange frosting for this cake to make it more full, pumpkin-like. And I forgot to go get it. So I do not have any. I want to taste it. I think I want to put just a little bit more pumpkin spice seasoning in it. I want a little bit more pumpkin-y. And I'll stir it up. If you guys aren't keen on the pumpkin spice, put cinnamon in here. That would be delicious too. Apple spice would be delicious. You guys can make this. Ooh, come back to me, Harry. You can make this as an apple spice cake, you guys, and use the apple ketochow or apple flavoring, and then put apple seasoning, apple pie seasoning in this. Man, that would be delicious too. Now look, watch this trick. You put this on the top and you pull your beater out slowly and it drops all the frosting down to the bottom. And then you just knock it off and it helps tremendously. I think that's good, you guys. Now I'm gonna get these guys out. Come back when we frost the cake. I am adding in 56 grams of pumpkin spice flavored baking chips from Lily's.
Which we tested.
Which Harry was afraid I was gonna forget. That's why I said you add the pumpkin chips when I was adding more pumpkin spice seasoning. He's so cute. Here they are, but I wanna save some for the top. So I just wanna put some in here and save some because we want the top to look really good. So just mix it in to the frosting. Yeah.
Glad you made a good amount of frosting this time.
Well, oh, I made plenty. What do you mean this time? I've never made this cake ever. This is a brand new recipe. And you guys, that buttered brown butter, oh my gosh. The brown butter in your frosting is heavenly. Oh man,
now,
it's caramel toffee tasting.
I'm glad you decided to do that.
Here's my cake, putting it down. Come on over here, Harry. We're gonna frost it. Let me see if I can do it backwards so you get to see too. I'm gonna put some in the middle. Gotta have some frosting in the middle. Because what is cake without frosting? I do not like a dry cake without frosting.
Right.
I don't care what kind of cake it is. If it has the word cake on it, it's gotta have frosting.
It's gotta have less in the center because you've got a high spot in the center.
No, you don't. You gotta just wiggle it right on. It's gonna be lower right here.
Yeah, because
the way I had to put it in the pan.
Yeah.
I just put some on top and then use it to do the sides. I am not a professional cake decorator, so you guys that are, do not laugh at me. Honey, you cannot get right where my hands is. I have a hard enough time.
I am not there.
Yes, you are. I have a hard enough time trying to get my cakes looking halfway human, not human, cake-wise, without your camera right where my left hand goes. Oh, you guys.
Well, let me on the other side.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm telling you, that butter, that brown butter is a game changer in a cake that you want that caramelized deliciousness. Salted caramel, apple cake, any of the fall cakes with that in there. Oh my God, well, chocolate. I mean, seriously, all of it is gonna taste delicious. Yes, it is. The only thing is, it's hard to put it in with the chips.
Spread it out, you mean?
Yeah, spread it out. And that's the issue. And of course, I may not have enough frosting.
Right.
Wait a minute. Excuse me, honey. Thank you.
Can I come back now?
Yes. You can come back now. How about you guys come back when I'm done frosting the cake? Harry doesn't need to be here for this. Harry, go ahead, turn off the camera so I get my elbow back. Okay, you guys, I was able to use every speck of frosting. Check it out. It's a little bit higher on this side than the other side, but it was the way I had to put them in the oven to cook. But it looks beautiful. It smells heavenly, and I've got the rest of my little what, Harry? Lily's chocolate. It's not chocolate.
I didn't say chocolate.
Yes, you did. No, it's Lily's pumpkin spice chips. Look at this.
Like the latte?
Oh, pumpkin spice latte. That's what I should call it.
I know, man. That'd be so.
But it's not.
So good.
Oh man. You guys, I am so excited after tasting the cake batter raw and tasting the brown butter that comes through with it, and then having a taste test of this. We're supposed to save it for tomorrow, but I don't think I can. I think I'm going to have a little taste.
Well, we got one piece.
We can have one taste.
Yes, we need
I can make
piece.
One now. I think because I didn't get any flavoring, I'm going to try to put a little bit of pumpkin sprinkling. Getting my way. I'm going to hit the camera with spice, Harry.
So I'll lick it off.
There you go. There you be. There you have it, you guys. One of these little Lazy Susans works great for cakes. But you guys, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that lovely? Doesn't that say fall? Doesn't this say...
Let's have cake?
Yeah.
That's what it says. It said, let's have cake right now. It said, let's do it.
I think Harry wants me to cut the cake, you guys. So I think I'm going to have to cut the cake, and we're going to have to do a taste test with this brown butter added to the cake batter. I'm really excited. Are you?
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
you guys,
I'm excited.
Let's come back for a taste test, shall we?
I'm excited, yeah.
Okay, you guys, I'm cutting this cake. Now remember, we added 1/4 cup of real butter to this cake that has been browned. So I am super excited. Let me kind of go and find the middle of the cake. We get a cut. I am looking for the softest, moistest cake. I am on a quest. Well, this is getting punched down as I cut it, so it's pretty soft. Oh, love that. Oh man, I like the feel of that. Look at that. Here you go, right here. Come look in there.
Look at this cake. Okay, look out. Let me in there.
Look at that. That is a beautiful cake inside.
Yep, that is
That
nice.
really is a nice cake. Now, let's look at this. Come on close. Let's take a look. Let's do a taste test. That is really, look at that, how nice and moist that is, you guys.
It's a feel moist.
It feels moist. It feels really nice. Ciao for Sally. That is heaven.
Did it work?
That is really good. You can taste the caramelized brown butter in the frosting and in the cake. It made the cake lighter in consistency, but it's not, it's just a moisture consistency of cake. It really is good. Harry, I want you to taste it. I think right now, this is my favorite cake recipe that I have done using egg whites. Other than just a plain angel food cake, this is delicious. If you like pumpkin spice, if you like that caramely taste, then this cake's for you. But Harry needs to do a taste test, you guys. Feel it with your fingers. Feel how soft that is.
God, it smells fabulous, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it does.
Now turn it the other way so we can see the front of the cake.
Well, this way? Or that way?
Yes, that would be the way.
That's the top.
Okay. Well, it's not. There you
This
go.
is the
Okay,
slice.
now do a big, nice piece off of this part. Why
Yeah.
is it going up in the air? Okay, Harry. Take a nice taste test.
Look at the screen.
Did you feel that with your fork?
Yeah, see that? That nice?
It's nice.
Yeah, now it's going in my mouth.
No talking. Birds chirping.
It's really good.
Cake-wise,
Oh, that's
without the
bad.
frosting, don't you think it's a softer,
Well, I'd like to
moister
try a
cake?
piece without the frosting.
Okay.
Just a small piece. So, sliver. Oh, wow, it's got lots of flavor to it.
And it's
I
moister.
can taste that butter in there.
Yep, and it's moisture. Okay, put the cake down. Step away from the cake. Okay, you guys, this is beautiful and much moister cake, lighter version. It's not angel food cake, but it is light and delicious. And that browned butter, you've got to have brown butter, you guys, because it is awesome. If you like pumpkin spice caramel and you like cake, this cake's for you. Oh, man. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap that up for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will pin this recipe to the top of the comments. Yes, I will, and I will send it to my Facebook with Wendy Fans group. If you guys haven't joined, please go to Loving It on Keto with Wendy Fans, because that is a great place to meet new people, share recipes, and get great new ideas with a like-minded group, and it's free to you.
Wrong video.
Hey, you guys, please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Little Sally, our Chihuahua, would like to say goodnight. Yes, say goodnight.